So Evan, can you sum up how pre-season's gone for you?
I feel like it's gone good so far, especially like I came in late because we had international break, so I was sort of straight in pre-season. We had a trip away to Portugal, so I feel like that was a good like start a week off for me, and then coming back in, just trying to get minutes in, like load up as much as possible before the season. But I feel like pre-season's gone well for me.
Looking ahead to the upcoming season with your club, have you set yourself any personal goals or anything like that?
I'd sort of say just try to stick in around with the first team as much as possible and try pick up minutes or even try break into the first team. That's just what I'd be trying to do.
And you scored a goal earlier this week. I guess that always helps, doesn't it?
Yeah, scoring. I think as a striker, scoring will always help. Yeah.
Looking towards the 21s now. Before last season, you were part of the under-17s that got through the first phase of qualifiers. Then the next time you play international football, you're with the under-21s. Yeah. Have you kind of had a look at gone, wow, this has been a mad race?
Yeah, I think it was a bit weird because that was like after the COVID stage and stuff, so it was gone from 17s, COVID, and then getting the 21s call up, so it was sort of like you missed the 19s age gap, and we were doing well in the 70s Euros as we qualified, so. But no, I wouldn't really look back on it too much. I'd say we're in the 21s now, we've a good chance of qualifying, so that would be good for us.
Because you've been part of the campaign, you know, since the start, the first game out in Bosnia when you made your 21s debut. Do you feel yourself, you've grown as the campaign's gone at that international level?
Yeah, I think so, definitely. And especially when you get called into the camps, you get to know the players, and then you're building like relationships with the players, like on and off the pitch. So I feel like that helps once you get to know the players. But I feel like the level and stuff, it sort of helps playing like at a high level at the club, like even in and around training with the first team, and coming back to 21s, like everyone's sort of in the same bubble, you know what I mean? So.
Because usually when you're playing underage internationals, they're all a similar age to you, but with this, there's going to be lads that are older, so you effectively come in as a younger one. How did that impact you?
Yeah, it's different, but I feel like I've always been sort of used to being one of the younger ones, but it helped because I had like boys like Andy Lyons and Dawson and Ross Tierney there that I used to play with at Bowers before, so it's not like I didn't know anyone going into the camp, you know what I mean? So that helped me, like, first of all.
And then going into September, massive games coming up against Israel. First time we've ever reached the playoffs, but what would it mean to be part of the first 21s group to make it to a European Championship?
I think as a whole, as a team, I feel like that's all we want to do, you know what I mean? Get over that barrier of being the first ones to qualify. So I feel like it would mean a lot for us, and as the country, as the 21s, like even for the youngers coming through and seeing that like it can actually be done, you know what I mean? So I feel like we're gonna give it our all just to get over the line and qualify.
Because you're eligible for the next campaign, but it's still very much, you can sense from the whole group that doesn't matter if there's a few players that are eligible next campaign, but it's like, this is what it's about, qualifying this campaign.
Yeah, I think this is the one that we're just most focused on, like 2 games. I feel like we've a very good opportunity to qualify, so I feel if we just get ourselves in and get our minds on it, we have a very good chance of qualifying.
What is it about that group, you know, that has made it get to that next step? What is it about the group?
I think we're just a tight-knit group, you know what I mean? Like off the pitch, on the pitch, there's not really any like egos or that, and we're all sort of on the same page. So I feel like that really helps us going into games, that we know we have each other's backs. And as you've seen, like in the Sweden game, last minute, like, you know what I mean? We don't stop until the last whistle. So.
What would it mean for you to be part of a first under-21s group to reach a major tournament?
I'd say it'd just be pride, like, you know what I mean? Playing for your country is obviously, everyone wants to do it, but then actually going and qualifying for Euros would just be like, you're going into the Euros to qualify, like that's what you want, that's your goal. So to actually, if we went on and qualified, it would be unbelievable, yeah.